Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I'm ready for the event.
European Space Agency, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Jeg se Andreas Mogensen, siger de. De kan høre det i vores ører nemlig. Ej, det er spændende.
Ja, og de kan se Andreas Mogensen nu, så nu er der hul igennem. Nu begynder det, der hedder...
Got connection?
Ja. Har Andreas kendt os?
Andreas?
Jeg glæder mig til, at jeg kan høre nogen. Står og lytter her.
Hej.
I'm looking forward to hearing someone.
Hej, kan I høre mig?
We are ready.
Hi, can you hear me? We are ready.
Vi kan høre
Hi,
Andreas.
Andreas. We can hear you.
Så er det jeres tur. Er I klar?
Det var godt. Jeg kan også godt høre jer.
I can hear you too.
Hej, Andreas. Ved du hvad, det er simpelthen Søren og hele Tivoli, der snakker her, og jeg håber, at du kan høre, at der simpelthen er fuldstændig oplæg glade mennesker med flag, der bare venter på at høre, hvad du har at sige til de glade børn, der er med her i dag. Og vi vil bare lige gerne lige til at starte med at høre, hvordan går det for dig og Rasmus
Klump? We would like to hear, how is it going for you and Rasmus Klump, the teddy bear up there?
Det går fantastisk, det gør det. Det går forrygende.
Fantastic.
På søndag har jeg været op i 3 måneder.
On Sunday, I've been here for 3 months. It's so crazy to think about. This weekend, I am halfway through my 6-month mission.
Det lyder rigtig godt, Andreas. Virkelig dejligt.
Sounds so good. It's so good to see you. We've been looking so much forward to talking to you from Tivoli, and here we have talked about that you are circling very fast around the Earth, and we saw that you were over the Pacific Ocean. Is it still dark where you were?
Det er et godt spørgsmål. Jeg har
ikke noget vindue i Columbus laboratoriet. I don't have any window in the Columbus lab where I am right now, so I can't see anything.
40-45 minutter, så går vi fra dag
But it changes every 40 to 45 minutes, and we change between day and night. So we see 16 sunsets and sunrises every 24 hours. It goes very fast. Here, it is still nighttime.
Andreas, kunne du ikke lige lokkes til at vente?
Andreas,
det er bare for sjov alt det. Vi vil bare gerne have set,
this is just for fun. We would like to see that you are standing on the ceiling. Could you do that for us, please?
Det kan jeg sagtens. Nu er der jo ikke rigtig noget, der hedder loft og gulv heroppe, fordi alt er det samme.
There is nothing, really a ceiling or floor here. It's all the same. So I can sit here.
På den her måde.
And then I can turn myself like this.
Tak for det, Andreas. Det ser virkelig,
Thank you, Andreas.
Tænk, at vi kan lokke dig til. Bare lige sådan at vende dig på hovedet på den måde. Altså, mens vi
It must be amazing to just turn upside down like that.
Virkelig godt tænke sig at se.
Everybody here in Tivoli
sådan en helt koldbøtte
would like you to see if you can make a somersault up there. Can you do that?
Sagtens. Det eneste, der er lidt svært, er, at der er så mange kabler.
It's just a little difficult because there's so many wires and cables in the lab.
Hænger lidt fast.
You get a little stuck.
Lad mig lige prøve det igen.
Let me try again.
Sådan der, det var lidt bedre.
There you go. That was a little better.
Ved du hvad, vi er lige om lidt, så skal vi have 5 meget spændte børn her.
Just in a moment, we have 5 children here, and before they start asking, could you see if Rasmus Klump, the teddy bear, can spin around a little bit? Maybe he's better than you.
Rasmus Klump har meget let ved at slå koldbøtter.
Rasmus Klump is doing this very easily up here.
Ej, mange tak for det, Andreas. Det ser virkelig fantastisk ud.
Thank you so much. It looks amazing. Andreas, we have 5 children on stage. They're so looking forward to asking you questions. And the first one is Aya. Aya, please ask your question. How did you get on the space station out into space? How does the space station get all the way out there? That is a very good question. The space station is so big, you can't send it to the space at once. It was launched piece by piece, and it's 25 years ago this week that the first module, or the biggest piece of the space station, was sent up here. Back in 1998, on the 20th of November, this week, the space station turned 25 years old, and it's a little old. It took about 12 to 13 years to assemble the whole thing. And even if they say that it's done, it's not really done. There might be another one or two modules coming up here next year or in a couple of years. Eskil has a question about the robot arm on the side of the space station that helps you get things up on the space station. Yes. I would like to ask, how does it work, and what do you use it for? The robot arm is one of our most important tools. It's 17 meters long. It can move around the outside of the space station. It can be guided from mission control on Earth or from up here, from the space station. We use it for a lot of different things, to fix things that are broken on the outside. When we go on spacewalks, an astronaut can be on the inside and control it, and then the astronaut can be moved around or flown around so that he or she can reach things that he otherwise couldn't reach. We also sometimes use it when we get unmanned supply stations up here, and then we use the robot arm to catch it and put it into the space station. I am so amazed that this can actually be done. We're talking to Andreas Mogensen in the space station, in space, and we have another question. My question is, can you extract water from a meteor and use it on Earth?
Godt spørgsmål. Nu findes der
That's a good question. There are different kinds of meteors. Some of them are made almost exclusively of metal, and they likely don't contain water, but there are other meteors, asteroids and comets that may have a lot of water, and we do think that there is water on the moon. So maybe we can, one day, if we create a base on the moon, extract water from there. Maybe you can drink it. You can also salt it and use it for breathing.
Så vil det være en rigtig vigtig ressource for os.
If we find water on meteors and on the moon, it will be a very important resource moving forward.
Tak, Andreas. Og så har vi et spørgsmål.
Thank you, Andreas. We have another question.
Hvad er din yndlingsret på rumstationen?
What is your favorite food on the space station?
Undskyld, jeg hørte ikke helt spørgsmålet. Kan du gentage?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat, please?
Ja, nu kommer My igen her.
Hvad er din yndlingsret på rumstationen?
What is your favorite food on the space station? My favorite food here on the space station?
Min yndlingsret, det er et godt spørgsmål.
My favorite dish. That is a very good question. The first 2 months, I thought the food was great. I did not mind eating it, but now I'm a little tired of the food up here. It's the same food we eat all the time. Not very much variation, and it's not a very exciting food. I brought some here today. We either get it in some packages. This is a package of lasagna, and I can just heat it up, this bag in our oven, open the bag, or we get a bag like this. This is a bag of asparagus. They are frozen dried, and I have to put in water and just wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then I have asparagus. It's not very exciting. I'm looking very much forward to getting back to Earth and getting good food. So what do you eat during a day? Can you answer that, please?
Altså om morgenen, så plejer jeg at spise noget
muesli
igen med noget
I have granola with some dried milk that I pour water into. For lunch, I might have some tortillas with chicken or a beef. And for dinner, it's a little different. The least depressing thing is when I have to pick my food.
Altså det eneste?
Ja.
We have another question.
Hvad siger du? Undskyld, Andreas.
What do you say? What are you saying? I'm sorry.
Jeg skulle sige det eneste, eller det eneste, jeg vil sige, det er, man kan lege sådan
the only thing I want to say, you can play with food and drink up here. It makes it a little more fun.
Man skal bare passe lidt på, men lad mig prøve at se, om jeg kan lave
You just have to really be careful. Let me see. I'll make a bubble without it spraying too much.
Prøv lige at se, om den ikke kan komme til at flyve frit.
Try to see if you can make it flow freely.
Det kan I godt lige give ham en kæmpe hånd der.
Oh, give him a hand.
Sådan der. Det gør voldsomt sjovere, når man kan lege med maden.
It's a little bit more fun when you can play with your food.
De forsøg, du laver i rummet, vores egen planet.
The experiments that you're doing, how much can we use them down here?
Vi har mange forskellige forsøg.
We have a lot of different experiments. I'm doing one where I examine mega lightning that are shooting from the top of the clouds into space. They're blue and red. Mega lightnings that are being shot maybe 50, 60, 70 kilometers into space. And they affect our climate, our weather, and it makes us know more about the Earth's atmosphere and the influence it might have on our climate. We also make a lot of other experiments with cleaning water, where we clean wastewater and make it into drinking water. We use all the water up here. Our pee is being cleaned and put into drinking water. And what I'm drinking here is something that has been cleaned before, and that is a technology we can use on the Earth. Oh, yummy. Very delicious. So what I'm drinking now, it was pee just a few days ago. And Andreas, all the 5 children have one question each, but I think we have the time for one more question from Aya. How did you find out that you wanted to be an astronaut?
Jamen, det skete, da jeg gik i 4.
That happened when I was in grade 4, 5, or 5, and I learned about NASA for the first time, the Apollo missions to the moon. I thought it was so fascinating, and I still think that. I think some of the most amazing thing that humans have done is to land on the moon and open the hatch and just step out in this unknown world and get to explore it. I always thought it was so exciting, this exploration, where we have to understand the world that we come from and who we are and what's out there. It's so amazing, and I find it so interesting to be exploring. And being an astronaut is like a modern way of exploring. Eskil has a question about something called a microchip.
Eskil, hvad er dit andet spørgsmål om microchip?
That's great, Eskil. What is the question about microchip? What is the coolest or most useful thing you've programmed with a microchip?
Jeg må desværre være ærlig og sige, jeg har endnu ikke
I have to be honest and say that I have not programmed a microchip yet, but I'm looking very much forward to finding out and seeing what you have done. I have a microbit up here, and hopefully I'll get to use it to perform some of the programs that you have made, that you have written. And I know Daniel has been considering.
Er det rigtigt, hvis I ikke træner jeres ben op i rummet?
That if you don't work out your legs in space, will you then break your legs when you come back? And he's a little bit shy and did not want to ask you if you want to spin around again while you answer.
At dreje mig sådan her rundt.
Like spin around like this?
Altså, det er jo rigtigt, at vi bruger jo ikke vores muskler eller vores knogler.
Somersault. Yes, we don't use our muscles or bones up here.
Muskler eller knogler, når vi er heroppe. Og det vil sige, at vi langsomt mister
that means that we slowly lose our bone mass and muscle mass. So our bones get a little weaker, and if we don't work out, we have a greater risk of breaking our legs, our bones, if we fall when we get back on Earth.
Ja, vi har tid til spørgsmål mere, og det
we have time for another question.
Kan du mærke, at du bliver et par centimeter højere?
Can you feel that you get a little bit taller when you're on the space station?
Nej, jeg kan ikke selv mærke, at jeg bliver
No, I can't feel it myself. That I get a little taller. I can't feel that.
Men måske hvis jeg målte mig, så kunne jeg kunne måle det.
But maybe if I measured my height, I could tell.
Stine, du vil gerne vide noget med børn, og hvordan de kunne gøre verden bedre.
And you would like to know something about kids and how they can make the world better.
Ja, bare tag den. Den er fin.
Hvad kan vi børn gøre for at gøre planeten
What can we children do to make the world better?
Det er et godt spørgsmål.
That is a very good question.
Jeg vil sige, det bedste I sikkert kan gøre, det er
I would say the best you can do is probably to read natural sciences or techniques. In techniques, become researchers and engineers, because a lot of the challenges we have can probably be solved if we think about it very well and if we're clever and intelligent and make up good solutions. Natural sciences and techniques is a very useful thing to know in the future. So I encourage you to do that and become researchers or engineers. It's very exciting. It is also how we will find many solutions to the problems that we have. Daniel has a last final question. It's about space. Is space infinite? And if not, what is the space inside? What is it inside of?
Det er et sindssygt godt spørgsmål, og det er netop
very good question.
At jeg synes, det er så fascinerende.
And that is why I think it's so fascinating to work with natural sciences, but also to be an astronaut. These are the types of questions that we're trying to find the answers for. The answer right now is we have no idea. Maybe we do. In the sense that, as far as I understand from researchers, the universe is being created as it expands, which sounds very weird.
Vi mennesker har meget svært ved at
we humans have a very hard time understanding how this can happen. But this is one of the reasons that natural sciences are so exciting, because we're trying to understand how the universe was created and how and what will happen in the future, how it keeps on developing.
Vi har et hurtigt spørgsmål til dig.
We have one very quick question.
Hvordan har du planlagt at holde jul op på rumstationen?
How do you plan to celebrate Christmas on the space station?
Godt spørgsmål. Vi har fået lov til at
That's a good question.
4 fridage
we
i halve år, vi er heroppe.
can pick 4 days off during this time, and we picked Christmas, and we just hope there is nothing very, very exciting that or important we need to do. We hope to be off on Christmas Day. We have to just spend good time together and have something to eat, look out the window, take photos, look down on Earth, talk to our friends and family, just relax. Our time is up, unfortunately. We have to wrap this up. But before we say goodbye, would you please say goodbye to all of the children that came in here and all the children that are listening all over Denmark?
Jo, det har været rigtig hyggeligt at tale med
jer. Yes, it has been so great to talk to all of you. I hope that you think it's been exciting to hear about. This is just one of the modules that we have up here. I wish that I could show you all of the modules up here. It has been such a pleasure to talk to you, and I think your questions have been great. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend when you get to it. Thank you. It was such a pleasure. Say goodbye. 3, 2, 1. Bye, Andreas.
Ej, okay,
Bye.
Farvel.
Simpelthen så super lettet lige nu, og hvor gik det bare fint.
We are so relieved. It went so great. What a party we had. And we could talk to Andreas Mogensen in space. It was so great. Thank you, Andreas. Thank you for calling.
Det var rigtig vildt.
How do you think it was? It was crazy.
Jeg kan slet ikke tro, at det her det var rigtigt. Det var vildt.
I can hardly believe this was true. It was so crazy. And how was it?
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants in Copenhagen. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.